ranked number 8 team in the country, and so on and so forth. And I think it was a great finish for them, and it rewarded them for their finish, and so on and so forth. So it's anytime you get to the national quarterfinals and you win and getting there and you beat some good teams and you end up at the end of the season ranked the number 8 team in the country, I think that's a positive thing. But on the same token, we're not satisfied with it either, though. We would like to be higher. We want to get to that national championship game, and that's the only game we've never been to. We've been to the semifinals before. We've been to the national quarterfinals a couple times. Now we need to get to the finals and experience being in the finals. The kids, as a group, as a team, they have confidence that that's where they should be, and it's kind of motivated them to go even farther. So I think they feel good about where they're at and where they would like to be. Now it's made them be more focused, I think, sometimes on, okay, we are good enough to play at that level. We're good enough to play with the top teams in the country. Now our job is to train so we can continue to stay up there. So I think it's been positive for our off-season condition. I think anytime you have success can help breed more and more success, and hopefully that's happening with us. Very high expectations for next season. We've got a good nucleus of young men coming back that were on the varsity team last year that helped us get to the quarterfinals last year. So there's a good group of them. We think we have a good group of young men that are coming up from our JV program that can help us. So we have very high expectations for ourselves. We don't want to stop at the quarterfinals. We really have our eyes focused on that. We're going to go deeper and farther into the playoffs, which means semifinals or finals. And in fact, the guys, they want to get to the finals. And so they have high expectations for themselves right now. Well, I think it's a good thing. I like the idea of having a league in New York State and being in the Umpire League, and I like the idea of having Brockport in it. We played Brockport in the past. They were always non-conference games, and they were excited too. Now to have them as part of the conference, and they're going to be our Courage Bowl partner too. So I think that's going to be a real positive thing. I think it's going to be a positive for New York State football. I think it's going to be great for the fans of D3 football in New York State. The Fisher and Brockport will play each other every year, and that's going to be a great game. And we're not that far apart, so I look at it as a real positive thing. I think it's a positive thing that Cortland came in. I think it's a positive thing that Morrisville's going to come in, just like I thought it was a positive thing with Buff State. So I think the Empire 8 is growing, it's getting better, and to have Brockport, for us being such a local team with us, I think it's a great thing. It'll be a rivalry. It always has been. I mean, we've played in the past, and it was always a rivalry. You know, two schools are less than 30 miles apart. So it is a rivalry. And it is because also a lot of our guys, they know guys at Brockport. They played with them or against them in high school, and so that builds the rivalry. And that's the advantage of having a Brockport on your schedule versus a Salisbury. Salisbury's a very good football team, but our kids have no connection to those kids from Salisbury. Very few of those are, they're not New York kids. They're not kids they played against in high school and maybe on the same team or played against or with and so on. Brockport is, so it's a lot nicer situation for our kids.